The September night was crisp in Crescent Meadows, my vibrant Minnesota suburb, where stars reflected off my Tesla Model Y parked outside my lakefront home. I was sipping coffee on my porch, unwinding from a covert sting, when flames erupted in my driveway. My Tesla was ablaze, torched by HOA goons sent by Karen Miller, who demanded I join her oppressive HOA or face consequences. She stood across the street, clipboard in hand, smirking as the fire roared, thinking she'd scared me into submission. Karen, who'd attacked my mother Ellen, sabotaged Dr. James Thompson's cabin, and wrecked Sarah's car, had crossed a deadly line, targeting my home on private, unincorporated land outside her HOA's control. What she didn't know was that I, Ethan Carter, wasn't just a quiet homeowner. I was an undercover Minnesota State Police detective, leading a task force on HOA corruption. My Tesla's cameras had caught her goons, and my badge was about to turn her arson into her downfall. I grabbed my phone, filming the fire in Karen's smug face, as neighbors rushed out, horrified. This wasn't just vandalism. It was Karen's boldest assault, blind to my identity and the law. My heart pounded, but a plan clicked. She thought burning my car would break me. I was about to turn her crime into a viral bust, with my task force ready to raid her HOA empire. Crescent Meadows would rally, and Karen's fire would ignite her own destruction. What happened next wasn't just me saving my home. It was a masterstroke of justice, community strength, and undercover precision that left Karen arrested, her HOA dismantled, and my Tesla's ashes a symbol of defiance. My badge wasn't just a shield. It was her undoing, and the sting was about to hit hard. Crescent Meadows was a liberated suburb. Its colorful homes, wild gardens, and Sarah's Meadow Mart Cafe, a rebellion against Karen Miller's HOA tyranny. My lakefront home, a modern two-story on unincorporated county land, sat outside the HOA's gated neighborhood, with my Tesla parked in a private driveway, free from their rules. The lake's calm waters mirrored my covert life, a sanctuary for my family. I'm Ethan Carter, a 38-year-old Minnesota State Police detective, working undercover to bust HOA fraud, husband to Mia, a nurse, and father to Zoe, a high school sophomore. My Tesla, equipped with Sentry Mode cameras, was my daily driver, a quiet nod to my eco-conscious cover. I joined Sarah's fight against Karen's 14 attacks, banning her farm stand, assaulting Lily, wrecking Sarah's car, attacking Ellen, targeting James's cabin, and wrongfully arresting Marine sniper Elijah Rowe, while secretly building a case against her HOA's extortion racket. Karen Miller, mid-50s, was a ruthless bully, her clipboard a fading prop for her criminal schemes. Exiled from the HOA, jailed for assault, and banned after Ellen's cold stand, she'd hired two thugs, later identified as Greg Walsh and Tim Foley, local arsonists, to torch my Tesla, claiming I defied HOA unity by not joining. Her arson was a desperate bid to regain control, backed by a shrinking HOA clique. Key allies included Sarah, the farmer and SWAT trainer, Ellen, her sharpshooting mother, James Thompson, a cybersecurity expert, Aisha, his wife, Linda, our councilwoman, and Lily, Sarah's organizer. My task force, led by Captain Leasing Nguyen, was poised to strike, with Deputy Harris, Sarah's SWAT friend, on standby. Neighbors like Mabel, who saw the fire, and the Crescent Meadows Forum, our digital hub, would amplify the fight. The setting was my lakefront driveway, a September evening in 2025, with my Tesla's flames lighting the night. Karen's thugs had doused it with gasoline, her fake HOA warning note left on my lawn. My home, marked private property, was county land, and my cameras caught every move. Karen stood across the street, directing the arson, oblivious to my badge. Her fire was a felony, and her ignorance of my role was her fatal mistake. This wasn't just about my car. It was Karen's final assault on Crescent Meadows' freedom. For me, it was a chance to protect my family, expose her crimes, and end her reign. As I filmed, I knew this sting would echo Sarah's victories and redefine our community strength. The fire's roar was a gut punch. My Tesla burned as Karen shouted, "Join the HOA or lose more." I filmed her, voice steady. "This is private land, Karen. You're committing arson." Her smirk faltered, She hadn't seen my cameras. I called Captain Gwyn, who snapped, "Arson, we're moving in." I alerted Sarah, who roared, "She burned your car? We're ending her." Mia grabbed my home's deed, texting, "Karen's got no power here." I confronted Karen, showing my phone. "Your thugs are on video, and you're going down." She waved her fake note, claiming HOA enforcement. I live-streamed. Karen torched my Tesla. I'm an undercover cop. Hashtags Karen burns Tesla and hashtag protect Thin trended, hitting 300,000 views. Lily streamed from Meadow Mart, showing my deed. Crescent Meadows stands with Ethan, she said, hitting 400,000 views. Sarah handed out flyers about county land laws, explaining, Ethan's home is HOA free. Karen's a criminal. The forum surged with posts recalling her past, attacking Ellen, sabotaging James. Hashtag Karen burns Tesla went national with a tweet. HOA Karen burns cop's Tesla, doesn't know he's undercover. Hashtag busted. Karen rallied her HOA cronies, a trio waving signs. Enforce HOA rules. But neighbors drowned them out, chanting Ethan's free. Mabel filmed the thugs fleeing, catching their faces. I shared the Sentry Mode clip, Karen's arsonist caught. The video hit 4 million views. James arrived, saying, "She targeted us too. We're testifying." His federal clout rattled Karen's cronies. Harris's SWAT team rolled up, lights flashing with Nguyen's task force. "Drop the gasoline." Harris ordered Walsh and Foley, who froze. Karen screamed, "This is legal," but Nguyen held up my footage. "You're under arrest for arson," she said. I live-streamed. Karen's thugs are busted. My badge stops her. The stream hit 6 million views, with news vans arriving. Comments flooded. "Ethan's a hero." Karen's toast. Linda arrived with a county prosecutor, announcing Karen's arson is a felony on private land. The crowd chanted Ethan, Ethan, as Karen's cronies fled. The forum planned a Tesla Justice rally at Meadow Mart, with music and fire safety talks. Karen tried one last lie, claiming the HOA sanctioned the fire, but Nguyen showed the thugs' confessions. They named Karen as the payer. The stage was set, not just to arrest her, but to dismantle her HOA and rally Crescent Meadows around my sting. Her fire was her end, and my badge was burning bright. My driveway was a war zone of justice. Karen stood cornered, shaking, as Nguyen cuffed Walsh and Foley. The livestream hit 10 million views, with hashtag Karen burns Tesla and hashtag protect Thin trending globally. Neighbors packed my land, waving signs. Ethan's badge. No HOA fires. News crews broadcast live, anchors calling it an undercover cop stand against HOA arson. The air crackled, and I was ready to shut down Karen's empire. Sarah addressed the crowd, voice clear. Ethan's home is private, HOA exempt. Karen's arson is a felony, caught on Tesla cameras. She showed my deed and Sentry Mode footage, proving the crime. Neighbors gasped, sharing the clip online. Mia handed out flyers, saying, Ethan and Sarah fight for us. Karen's trespassing. The forum surged. Karen's burned. Ethan's a legend. A viral tweet read, HOA Karen torches undercover cop's Tesla, gets busted by his badge. Hashtag Karen burns Tesla. Karen tried to spin it, shouting, Ethan's car defied HOA rules. But Nguyen held up the thug's confessions, stating, you paid for arson on private land. Her face collapsed. She hadn't known my role or cameras. National police unions joined X, posting, Karen's crime is a disgrace. Support Ethan. The Change.org petition, Protect Ethan's Home, hit 600,000 signatures with comments like, Ethan's a hero and Karen's done. Linda spoke to reporters, voice firm. Ethan's Tesla was his sanctuary, and his badge protects us. Karen's arson threatens our community. She announced a council motion to fine the HOA $40,000 and ban vigilante acts. The crowd roared, chanting badge on. The HOA, gutted by scandals, leaked texts disavowing Karen. She paid them alone. Neighbors blocked her car, demanding justice, as Zoe filmed. I grabbed the megaphone, heart racing. Karen thought burning my Tesla would scare me. But I'm an undercover cop, and my cameras caught her. I proposed a Tesla Justice rally at Meadowmart, with fire safety demos, music, and a fundraiser for my family, revealing my task force's sting on HOA fraud. The crowd cheered, volunteering to testify. I shared online. Karen's fire failed. Join us for justice. The live stream hit 15 million views, with hashtag Tesla Justice trending. Comments flooded. Ethan's unstoppable. Karen's ashes. Karen made a last stand, yelling in Gwyn, "The HOA's above you." But my task force revealed wiretaps. Karen's calls ordering the arson. "You're charged with arson, conspiracy, and extortion," Gwyn said, cuffing her. The crowd parted, phones filming her walk to the cruiser. Lily's stream hit 20 million views, with comments like, "Bye, Karen. Badge wins." News ran headlines. Undercover cops' Tesla cameras bust. HOA Karen's arson. Ellen organized kids to paint Tesla-free signs, while James tied it to his cabin, saying, "Ethan and Sarah guard our homes." Gwyn secured my driveway, and neighbors doused the fire's embers, turning chaos into unity. Linda promised county funding for a Carter Justice sign, marking my land status. The stage was set for a sting that would save my home, end Karen's reign, and show Crescent Meadows' power. Karen was cuffed, but what happened next would shock everyone. My lakefront home pulsed with triumph as Karen, Walsh, and Foley were cuffed, their gasoline cans confiscated. The live stream hit 25 million views, with hashtag Karen Burns Tesla and hashtag Protect Ethan trending worldwide. Neighbors filled my driveway, guarding my land as news crews filmed. I held the megaphone, my roles as detective, homeowner, and community leader now a siren, ready to extinguish Karen's reign. Gwyn addressed the crowd, voice commanding. Karen Miller and her thugs faced charges of arson, conspiracy, and extortion, with up to 7 years. The crowd roared, waving Tesla-free signs. Gwyn added, "Detective Carter's home is private, and his cameras sealed their fate." Neighbors cheered, phones filming for the forum, where comments surged. "Karen's done. Ethan's our hero." Linda took the stage, resolute. Ethan's Tesla was his pride, and his badge is our shield. Karen's arson was an attack on us all. She announced the council's vote, a $40,000 HOA fine, a ban on vigilante acts, and funding for Tesla Justice. The crowd chanted justice. Justice, as kids handed me painted badges, symbols of our win. James showed my deed, proving my land status. Ethan's sting stopped Karen, like Sarah stopped her, he said, sparking applause. I unveiled a Carter Justice sign sketch, county-backed, to mark my land status. "This home's ours, not Karen's," I said, sharing it online, a Tesla under a badge. The forum erupted. Perfect. Ethan's legacy. Gwyn confirmed the evidence. Sentry mode, wiretaps, thug confessions, was airtight. Karen and her goons pleaded guilty, facing jail and a town ban. My digital dossier, videos, deed, task force logs was handed to the press, ensuring convictions. News ran it live. Undercover cops Tesla busts, HOA Karen's arson. The crowd surged, music blaring, as Tesla justice plans took shape. I gave the mic to Mia, who shone. "This is our home," she said. "Thank you, Ethan and Sarah." Neighbors hugged her, patrolling our land in solidarity. The sign contest launched, with entries flooding the forum. This wasn't just Karen's defeat. It was Crescent Meadows' triumph. Proof our homes could outshine crime. As dawn broke, my Tesla's ashes stood as a monument, and my badge gleamed. Karen's conviction was Crescent Meadows' victory. News ran headlines like "Cops Tesla cameras stop HOA arson" and "Ethan and Sarah triumph." The live stream hit 90 million views, with hashtag Karen Burns Tesla trending for weeks. Fan art of my Tesla as a justice beacon flooded the forum, and police groups invited me to speak. Talk shows called, but I stayed grounded, saying, "This is about our community." Tesla Justice was a sensation. Thousands joined, neighbors, kids, SWAT officers, testing cameras, dancing, and unveiling the Carter Justice sign. Meadowmart catered, and James led Eco Talks, Tie My Home to Sarah's Bluefins. The event raised $90,000 for a new Tesla and task force gear, and county leaders hailed it as a model. The forum buzzed with photos. Ethan's home shines. No more Karens. The HOA was obliterated. Linda's vote fined $40,000 and banned vigilante acts, with new laws requiring county oversight. Karen, Walsh, and Foley got 5 years each, banned from Crescent Meadows, and vanished, Karen to a city flat, reportedly arguing over trash. Don't burn like Karen became a local joke, painted on mailboxes. My home became a tourist draw, with visitors posing by the sign. Meadow Mart and Sarah's Farm Stand soared. The cafe hosting Justice Nights with music and sting talks. Tourists flocked to Carter's Justice Lake, boosting sales. Neighbors brought gifts, badge pins, Tesla models, saying Sarah and I inspired them. James's data showed our lake thriving, celebrated at a community feast. The digital dossier, videos, deed, logs was studied for anti-corruption laws, influencing policy. Ellen led home tours, calling my badge Ethan's Fire. Lily mentored kids, painting eco signs for the shore. The forum planned a justice fest, with music, sting demos, and SWAT drills, cementing our spirit. Ethan and Sarah turned Karen's fire into our triumph. One post read, I hired teens to monitor my cameras, giving them pride. At the fest, under a Homes Forever banner, Linda toasted, to Ethan, Sarah, and Crescent Meadows, where justice burns bright. Fireworks burst, kids danced, and my new Tesla gleamed. Karen's arson had been a spark, but we'd built a legacy. Meadow Mart, Sarah's farm, and my lake were our stronghold, proof no bully could torch our spirit. As stars shone, I knew Crescent Meadows would always stand tall, bold, and free.